So first, I'll be starting with the Bible part. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too religious, but I also will be too religious, but there will be a balance, right? So if you open our Bible to the book of Matthew chapter 9, verse 17, I can read it here, the New KJV version. It says, "Nor do they put old wine into a new wineskin, or else the wineskins." Don't worry about that. Just speak, but it's fine. Just speak my slide. I'll read it to you from here. It says, "Nor do they put new wine into an old wineskin, or else the wineskin will break. The wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined. But they put new wine into new wineskin, and both are preserved." I'm quite tall, so I don't need this, so everybody can see this. The master of cosmology in future wealth by partner with AI. I'm just your brother, Joseph Emmanuel. Forget all the titles, I'm just a simple person. I think I started my journey in 2019 in what we call UI UX design, but that's a technology actually. Because when you say UI, you're also talking about user experience. And when you're talking about UX, there's also user interface. So if you just say UX designer, that is, bring the two together. So my time is limited. I'm sorry for something else, so I talk for you. And ACT consultant, what does it mean? It means that human-centered design. It means that you're not just designing for yourself, you're designing for effective user interface. And funny, I'm not really talking about design today because there's a reason for that. So yes, next slide. The crisis of value. Okay? Get this money okay, 650 million businesses use this annually due to employee loss productivity. I'm going to tell you straight to your face. What we are seeing is not what you can see on Google. Because it will be a slap on your face if what we are teaching here is what you can easily say on your phone. And then, why are you here? Right? So, I took my time to make research about all of this. So, 650 million businesses use this annually. They lose this amount of money. That's called the economy of destruction. So, this might be your first time of hearing this, but there is an economy of destruction. The funny part is, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you think? Anybody know? Your Bible. Wow, what's the Bible? Oh, that's so beautiful. But we all know that this, whether it's techno, I don't need to put it in practice, you reach us for production, right? So, the economy of destruction, it means that there is a problem. We are paying for attention, but constantly give away our focus. The key insight is the greatest barrier to wealth is not skill, it is distraction. In the course of my career, the first community I had about 150 people. Then over time, about 200. I can't really say the exact numbers, but I'm privileged to encounter at least 500 to 1,000 people that are interested in tech at some point in their life. And there's one thing that is common, is the fact that I know this skill, I have this skill, but I'm not making money. And then they see the little results that we have. Are you sure you're not doing any other thing you're doing? But the truth is, I'm not doing anything else. It is just the same thing. The difference between the two of us is what? Distraction. Distraction. And that is the greatest distraction that we do have. And even in Fortune 500 companies, that's where we have the Apple, the Google, whatever they call it, in Silicon Valley. They are aware of this problem, right? Because most times when people come into the workplace, they are distracted. Not that they don't know what they want to do, but they are distracted due to the internet, on their computer, and on their mobile phone. Why is it a topic to discuss? Because it is a pandemic. Let us be honest. Right? People will tell you that, oh, I don't have time. Oh, look at their phone usage. You see TikTok, 3 hours, WhatsApp, it's not WhatsApp. I'm checking church news is a lie. We all know that. Because you switch from church news to WhatsApp status, and then you watch Bella and White. Next slide, please. I know we have a lot of questions. Part 1, commodity zone. What machines and AI can do? There are still speakers that will still come in and talk about AI, but it's a reason to be making it, right? So that's the truth is, the future is now. Whatever you do tomorrow, whatever you do today, has an influence on that future you are thinking about tomorrow. So if you do not take action, time will go. Take action, but time will go. And one thing I want us to do is the fact that method change. In the 1980s, in the 70s, in the 60s, we listened to music, right? What does throwback and everything. But there was a method that we used to listen or watch movies at that time. And that's where we have going to physical theater, right? That's where we have playing drama. But if you tell me that you want to go and watch it at the National Theater, it's going to be better. Bro, something is wrong. But how did these guys understand what is really going on? It means that the solution is the same, but method change. In the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, then they brought in what we call DVD. The same solution is to do what? To watch a movie. I want us to go the same way, right? Then in the early 2000s, I guess we are still using DVDs. Then VCDs were coming into play. The same process is to do what? To watch a movie. Then 2010s, 2011, streaming services start doing what? Coming into play. Then Netflix today, if you buy a television today, Netflix will come with it for free. It means that the same solution, but the method is changing. I just use movie as an example because we can relate with it. So, and I can guarantee you that I'm not a prophet, but I can tell you the fact that in the next 10, 20 years, the same solution will continue, but what will happen? The method will change. You should not fall in love with a method so much and forget that it will change. Okay, let's go back to the commodity zone. What machines and AI can do, the result, price competition, low margins, the premium zone, partner machines and AI to do. So why was I giving an example that method change? It means that every single thing you are doing today, I've been, for some time now, even on my socials, I've been trying to reduce my talk about UI, UX design, product design. Even what gave me the most money this year is not necessarily my skill, but we'll come to that. So, partner machines and AI to solve complex problems. Do what AI can't: creativity, strategy, and empathy. I don't want to bust our bubble. By the end of this slide, I will tell you who designed this slide for me. So, the key insight is your job is no longer to compete with the AI, but to do what? To direct it. For anything you are doing today, find a way to incorporate AI with it. When we talk about smart homes, I think she's into solar and inverter system, right? And matter of fact, you pay me after this talk. Another time is a business. So there's what we call smart home systems that exist today. I know we have that money to build those type of houses. But literally, you can be in your home, watching everything go. It even exists today, right? And then they are incorporating AI into it. That makes it at the speed of your thoughts. I want to eat rice today. Then the rice is processing. I know most of you say this guy now, bros, I beg. But it's going to come into reality. So what am I giving an example of this? Whether you're doing design, it's even funny that if I want to design a UI in 5 minutes, I will do it now. That's the funniest part, right? So the skills of partnership, the create. So I took this from the topic of this conference. The skill shift is technical mastery plus strategic vision. Like I said, all these are just English. The AI, generative AI, that is the person that types in on the ChatGPT that everybody is aware of. That's the prompt engineer. Then we have the cloud through DevOps. Those are the people that works on scalability and efficient architect. Then the cybersecurity in case of attack. So we should not see internet as something that is odd. It's just like this room. It's just like your day-to-day activities. So who are the people that protect all of this? The digital trust and access protection. Those are the cybersecurity experts. So the key action of this whole slide is you stop learning to code, you learn to compound your code. For those that are more into technical stuff. So it has to be all around so that you are not just here, oh, I don't really think I really like this tech thing. But that's fashion design you do. If I sit you down for 1 hour, you can
I will tell you the future of your fashion designing skill. What's the future? How can people access the clothes you sell and model it and look at themselves even before they get to your store? That is what we call AR and VR. So they get to look, stand in front of the camera, then they get to see the fit first, right there in their home, and it sees the perfect size, and then they come to you. You label it to them. That's the future of, that's another conversation. That is AI. Still coming back to this. So if you are still stuck at your regular, let me run my shop in Southgate, let me do, and not run ads on Facebook, you might, when longer cash you will know. The design of the outcome, right? The problem, users' needs are often misleading. Then these are for more technical founders and technical people. It means that you do not necessarily listen to what users are even saying, because what that thing they are even saying is not necessarily what they need at the time, right? Then don't build futures. Users often don't know what they truly need. I think I've been stuck on a project for maybe about 4 years ago. It's a company in Madagascar. And I remember when the founder reached out to me, and I can't disclose many information, but why did the product fail? It is not about good design. It is not about bad development, but the product failed because the founder wants to prioritize the future he wants. That is what we call August design. The futures he thinks will work for this, forgetting that you are not the one paying for this product. It is the end users. So there has to be a balance, right? So for founders in the house, I hope we are getting one or two things in this talk. So you build, the solution is what? You build outcomes. You focus on, you focus on the measurable progress, e.g. increase revenue, the reduced time, manage process. The outcome is the only true way to measure success. Why will I say this? I remember when another founder reached out to me, an e-commerce owner in the UK, at maybe 4 years ago, and he had a problem with the checkout page. And when I took my time, I get to understand that, he said you want to do a UI redesign. And I said, why? Why do you need a UI redesign? And he said, because we have low, maybe in the first 6 months, they made $200,000, and then the income reduced to about 20K. And when they approached me, I said, okay, it's fine. That's a good thing. But do you think the redesign of the whole platform will solve this problem? And I said, I don't know. Then what we now do is we look at the problem. What is exactly, it is not just aesthetics of the design, right? It is about the only thing with the whole product was just the color on the call to action on the product page. Those that are into commerce, we understand what I'm talking about. Just the color. That is why it's causing a lot of drop-off. And how do you get that? Through research, through understanding user psychology models, right? So when you do that, you find where the problem is, then you can now find the solution to it. After just changing one or two things on the design, it's calculated about 400K. I think I wrote an article on this, even though I was not wise with pricing at that time. So if you can increase an ROI to about 200%, and then you are charging $500, oh my God. That's another conversation. But I feel like the reason why we charge very low from this part of the world is because, who can give me an answer? Person who never shops his money, you say 500, you go hug and so it's scarcity mindset, actually, right? So the moment you believe that this is the best opportunity you could ever have, and you are in a location whereby the $500 is some people's pension, so you already calculate it. Oh, okay, that's like 700K. I don't know the rate today, right? That's a lot of money. Forgetting that the solution you provide, the generation $200,000 in 6 months. Your solution, the way you price, should be based on the value you give to the company, not based on your own economic situation. But that's another conversation. I hope I don't step out of my time today. Okay, but are we connecting? Are we really gaining anything? Please tell me so I can sit down. Or should I sit down? All right. Thank you so much. It's a privilege. So the pillar 2, which is automate. Remember the topic for this conference is create, automate, right? And elevate. So sales mastery. I had to chip in a little things about sales mastery. Due to some security reasons, I can't release numbers. But those that are very close to me, we understand what I'm talking about. So, like I said, you knowing a skill is different from knowing the business of that skill. And I think I've been talking about it for some time, And the reason why I'm more open about it is just because no matter how you want to hide yourself, results will speak. So sales mastery is the difference between a high-paid technician and an high-impact leader. I used to tell people that if I were to be someone that repairs a generator, I'll probably be a billionaire by now. Why? Because I'm not just going to come to this church to fix their generator with my spanner. First, I'll send a detailed document of the problem wrong with the generator at first. I will not show. You will not see me at first. So first, I'll send a detailed proposal. What is really wrong with this generator? And I'm not talking about days, though. It will be in a matter of minutes. And then from there, in my own time, not your own, we'll fix a meeting. Why? Because my time is limited. And there's what we call scarcity. So if I'm talking to you, and it worked for one of the clients I was working with. I hope this, well, it won't go on my socials, but it's fine. We'll use another strategy. And we're on a call. Then I was really maybe out of work for maybe like 2 months. And it was, oh, I don't think I will be working with you. Well, I will take some time, you know. And I said, it's fine. For this month, I'm almost booked up. So if you really want to work with me, you let me know in 2 days' time. I'm not just telling you I might not even want to work with you. It's a choice. It means that I'm not coming from a place of scarcity. I am not negotiating based on the okay. But if you are just coming up, be wise. I get it. But you have to build systems that will make you live that scarcity mindset. Because maybe you say, oh, just because he has been doing this for 5, 6, 7 years, that's why I can talk like that. Yes, there was a level I was getting my price wrong. But if you can get it right from the start, why do the same mistake that others have made? And not get it right. We are not just here to sit us down for A plus B, what you can get on Google. That is why I'm not talking too much about this. You speak ROI, not futures. I'm going to use another life example. I remember when a founder, I can speak of this because he's still owing me 1.2 million till today. That's about 2 years ago. So if he finds this on his, let him even sit there. He should pay my money. So I remember when he reached out to me on LinkedIn some years back. That's why I don't really work with Nigerians anymore. But I love Nigerian startup founders. You can reach out to me. There's one of them that reached out to me on Twitter and say, bro, I cannot afford you. And I laughed. That means there's a way I position myself for him to think that he cannot afford me even before I mention my price. Are we getting it? So, and then he reached out to me and he said, oh, hello, Joseph, I want to work with you. This, that. I said, I look at their product. I said, okay, it's fine. For you to work with me, we will have to fix a time for next week because I'm not available. And I'm available. I said I'm not available this week. And then we fixed a time for the following week. And he jumped on the call. He said, oh, for 3 months, we'll be able to pay you 300,000 naira. And I said, okay, 3 months of my work for 300 is fine. I'm not saying 300 is not a good amount of money. It depends on the value you believe you are bringing to the workplace. Remember I mentioned that, right? So don't, if you are 1 month into it and you get there, so just because I know the value I'm bringing into the workplace, I've analyzed their ROI, what they make in 6 months, what they will make based on my solution before I could mention a price. And he told me that, and I said, okay, it's fine. I might not go into details of the negotiation, right? But my time is limited again. I might just round it up. Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. So, like I said, I'm a storyteller, You pay my bills, so I continue telling stories. And back to the conversation. He said 300. I said, okay, so it's okay, it's fine. Why not? But I don't think I'll work with you. But this is what I would do. I offered him another solution, which was, I have another designer in my network that I can refer to you. And he will work with you perfectly. But me is a no for this price. And I was like, so you mean you are ready to walk away and refer someone else? I said, why not? I'm ready to walk away, even though I'm still hungry. But I knew that at the table of negotiation, you do not appear what? Desperate. And I was like, okay, Joseph, we really want to work with you. If you want to work with me, it is not a problem. I can help you if you can, I think maybe 1.8 at the time. And he was like, that will buy Camry or Corolla. I said, I don't know. I know, because like I said, I checked the ROI of the company. I know most founders might be angry with me that, why is this guy by the time we want to employ new designers now, they'll be charging us $1 million. Well, I feel like if you know the value these people are bringing to your workplace, please and please pay them in commensurate reward. Please and please, right? Because it's very, very important. So back to speak ROI, not futures. Translate your technical skill into financial impact. At the end, we close the deal to about maybe 50x, right? You can do the math. But revenue growth. Automate the mundane, although it's still owing me money today, but it's fine. Leverage tools, the CRMs, AI, undo sales process. All of these are just things that you should invest in knowledge, right? If you do not invest in yourself, all you'll be speaking on that call is just, my mommy called me last week and she said she does not have money, because that's your problem. That is what you've invested your mind into, right? Remember I talked about distraction. Okay, I love this, it's beautiful. Who is this designer that did this thing? Very, very good. I love it. Or don't you like it? The true freedom formula. True freedom is the ability to choose what enslaves you. Everybody is a slave to something. If wisdom is common, we will not know the value of wisdom. If everybody is wise, wisdom will not be expensive. It is not an abuse. Foolishness is the state. When I say you are foolish, it doesn't mean I'm abusing you. It's just a state of your mindset. So the moment you move from point A to point B and you understand the knowledge gap, then you are now wise, right? So the true freedom is the ability to choose what enslave you. We know we've been talking and it might be a bit difficult. That's why I'm just trying to make this session lively. And in the course of it, I might ask some questions about what I've said, and maybe someone will go home with a prize. Right? Is that okay? I know. You people are not lively now. So your value is your freedom. Like I said, high demand, specialized skills give you the freedom to choose your terms, your clients, and your project. Personal brand. Build an active, visible reputation. Your network and reputation are the most effective sales force. Let me give you an example. When I was in Futa then, there are few that know me. When you see me, the first thing that comes to your head is what? This guy is a what? Who can help me? I have some of my people here. I can see a few of them. Who can help me? UI UX designer. That's what they know me as, right? So I made sure that I infuse that identity into people getting to know me. My time? Okay. I made sure that I infuse that identity into people getting to know me, that this is what I do for what? For a living. Most of you, maybe on my WhatsApp, those that follow me now, I just put memes. I don't post anything serious about my work anymore. But as I'm waking up as you are waking up, you'll be seeing my work, whether it's rubbish or not. Because like I said, you can utilize the economy of distraction for your advantage. When people wake up in the morning, what do? TikTok. They see Odumodu. They see you, what's his name? Pella. That's why those boys are popular. It's just attention. There's nothing special in what they do. Whether you cause attention by craziness or by wisdom or by skills, you will make the money. You say until you go to America before you make $80,000 a year. That's a lie. You can make it in Akure here. Because we have examples there. So, okay. I talk too much, but we've been able to get it right. That is my goal. It is not English. We are now in a world of value. If you tell your parents that you made 1.5 million from a single design, you say, I don't even know the language I'm speaking, but most of them will believe you're into crime. But it's not. It's just brain work, right? So your value is your true freedom. And like I said, it takes what? Time. You just have to be patient with that thing. It takes time. A lot of them, Benga, Ayo, Joseph, few of the speakers that will still coming, they will explain their story. Everybody was from a level where they were nothing. Although some are Nepo babies, which is an advantage. But my children too will become Nepo babies. It's an advantage. That's it. So if you are not a Nepo baby, make sure a Nepo baby comes out of you. Okay, so that is why you just have to do it. You have to put your face out there. You are shy. Why will you be shy? You don't focus, why shall I shy? So personal brand. You build an active, visible reputation. I remember on X, while I was trying to, I think like last year, I was just thinking, how can I really increase the value of the money I do? And one of my mentors in terms of sales, like Chris Do, The Future, you can check it out on YouTube. He was holding a space, but because I follow him back to back, I wait for his notification. I say, how did this guy become a billionaire in design? How? I just followed him on Twitter, and randomly I just requested to speak on the Twitter space, and he accepted my mic. I was like, oh wow, someone I'm looking up to, you know. And he just said, hello Joseph, you can speak. And I was starstruck. I was saying nonsense because I didn't expect him to pick it. I was just, hello Joseph, you can speak. And I was like, okay, how do you make consistent 10,000 a month with design? And it was like, okay, I will make you a sale, I will do a sample sales strategy for you. And he was talking, I'm not understanding this thing this guy is saying, no, God, I beg. But one thing that stood out was the fact that I took myself from the audience, right? I positioned myself in front of the speakers to request for the mic. It's just virtual. Nobody's even going to bite you, right? And he answered my question. And one thing I learned that day was confidence is all you need. Confidence is all you need. And understanding that you are solving a problem. If you cannot solve the problem, you're just wasting your time, right? If the value you are bringing into the workplace is worth $1,000 and you're responsible for $10,000 that you scam out, let's get it right? So make sure you build a personal brand. Be active. This thing is so simple. Be a producer of content and not just a consumer. It's so simple, right? Visible reputation. And let's even go to I know there's a pandemic these days where you have to, before you sell your market on TikTok, it doesn't mean, there's nothing wrong in it, right? You can go use that approach, but make sure that if I want to position as a professional person, and make sure all of your positioning aligns. Don't wake up today and use your same page for fashion designing. The next day use your same page for you sell solar. The next day use your sales page, you do CRM. People will just be confused. But when they come to your page, the first gig I got in UAG was via LinkedIn, and my designs were rubbish. They were nonsense. I put blue, green, there. And he just said, hey, hello Joseph, I'm a Nigerian startup from Madagascar and I love your work. I'm like, hey, you love my work with this? The only thing that stood out was, and I said, how did you find me? He said, I just typed it on LinkedIn for UI UX designers in Nigeria. And I saw your profile popped up. And it still happened to you today. It still happened maybe like 2 months ago on a platform called Contra. One of the few IS Nigerians there. But it's the same thing. It's the way you position your profile so that people who don't doubt, are you really real or fake? So let's get it right, please. Am I communicating? So personal branding is very, very important. Your network and reputation. And personal branding is beyond just LinkedIn, Facebook. It is also referrals. How you treat your past clients determines how you will get the next one. And there's a strategy that we use, is because at the height of ecstasy, okay, I'm in a church, but it's fine. That's not the ecstasy I mean though. At the height of ecstasy, there is what we call, I know everybody wants to listen to this. Are we ready for this? At the height of, it means that when you deliver a job, you can apply it in any skill, fashion design or whatever. The moment you deliver the job to the client and he's so happy, at that point, ask for referral. Don't wait till you get home before you ask for referral. At the point, I love this solution is very, very nice. I love what you do. Okay. Can we finalize price? Yes, but before you finalize price, can I ask you for a favor? You love this work. Can you refer me to just one person in your network? And you say, I don't really have people, because most times they are reluctant to refer. But at the height of ecstasy that they love your work, ask for a referral. Just one. And I can bet you that will get you another client. Solved? Next slide. Okay. If I'm not at the end, I don't even know the number of the slide. The power of story. This is another part. All I've been doing since morning is what? That's why we are glued. That's why we can listen. It's not like I heard that, okay, maybe because of my height you might feel, but height without sense is nonsense. Value. But you can have a fine face and you can have all, but you still need to have something upstairs. Value is emotional. People buy, like that was what I mentioned into how to get referrals, right? People buy into narrative before they buy a product. They buy into narrative. Everybody is telling stories. Everybody is telling stories. It depends on how you tell it. That's how you sell it. Right? So find a story. Okay, example. There's I think Peace and Cars, they sell cars. I don't know if he's here or he has gone home. There's a video that goes viral. This guy that mentions civil servants. Do you know him? On TikTok and everywhere. What does he do? He tells stories. That's where you say, a civil servant cannot afford my cars. He's an Hausa man, right? So he's telling his stories. And that is why people, this guy is talking about civil servant today. Let me listen to him. He's talking about civil servant today. Let me listen to him. And then you buy cars. And then he's one of the biggest car dealers in Nigeria today. He does it in a different way. The same cars that he's selling, everybody's selling. So the moment you say, this one is Toyota sedan, this one is Toyota Camry, I'm tired. I'm not going to listen to that nonsense. Do you think I will sit down and watch your video? When the same people are saying Toyota sedan, but the moment you say, as I dey waka for Maraba at Hojaba, the Okada want to hit me like that. People love Amebo. That's the story I'm talking about. So the moment you can find a way to tell stories with what you do, you have the user's attention, and then you print money in the bank. Use the hack. Frame your work or product using relatable stories. It's still the same thing. From grass to grace. This is, even me myself, starting from next year, these are my focus. For those that are wise. Grass to grace. The triumph of a struggling project. I remember when I was in a one-room apartment, and even the video tells the same stories, if you know. From when I was in the gutter. And then, which gutter you did, or guy, you're a Nepo baby. But it's the same story, right? The triumph of a struggling project, the lesson learned from a massive failure, because people want to hear how you, not just how you got it right, but how you got it wrong at some point, right? Then, grass, back to grace. It means that you got it right at some point, then you went to grass, and then how you were able to win again. It's just, if you want the slide after this, you can ask for it from the media. Then the chair has blocked that. The key insight is, okay, Pilar, I hope I'm still in time. Okay. Or should I round up? Okay. Technical facts inform, but stories motivate action. It's simple. It is story that will motivate a user to say, when I encountered a problem, and then this we were able to solve it, grass to grass, and eventually we were able to increase the revenue from 20K to 200K. I said, that's nice. Yeah, let's see how we. But make sure that you have the commensurate. I'm emphasizing this. You say one guy from Hotel Conference, he's telling you to start $10,000. I know the job. If they carry you, I'm not there. Just make sure that you have the commensurate skills, the solutions that will back up the price you are calling. Because when you get to the police station, I will not be there. Next slide. Okay. Producing engagement. Elevate. I know we all here, we are not just tech people. We have people that are also business owners. And it's not everybody that will practically everybody's a tech everybody's doing tech. Do you believe that? If you are denying it, then you are still you are not ready for the future. What do I mean by that? Let's start from a church. If you want to be relevant in the future, you are a tech company offering religious services. Because without Google Meet, without YouTube, people in America cannot stream the service. So that's tech, right? Or without this, you can't hear me, right? So it means that it is a tech company offering what? Religious services. An hospital, for example, it is a tech company offering what? Clinical services. Another example from the house. Okay, it's fine. We'll get to when we get to. Then the hook model. How to achieve repeat customer engagement with heavy ads, e.g. 7 cups. I think this Benga strength is one of his areas. Internal triggers, the user pain needs, external action, the prompt, the user investment, what the user put into the product. I want you to get home today and just sit down, reminisce on the whole thing you've been hearing back and forth. and put it into perspective in what you do. Maybe you're a 9 to 5, maybe you're a banker. How do I do this thing I'm doing differently? Because if you do it the same way, you get the same result. If you do it the same way you do it last year, you will get the same result, even worse, because tax is coming. Let's be honest. So why would you take step? Except, well, it's not everybody that is motivated, but it's fine. I've done my own part of the whole conversation. Then the key insight is you focus on psychology to drive continuous product adoption. Why do you think lecturers can lecture up to 70, 75 years? And those, maybe people driving cars, like Uber and all of that, I don't think they can do that maybe till up to 60 years and they are retired. Or if you're a mason, and then you build houses, you really cannot do that physical strength job for a long time. It means that you are not in the psychology department. But if you're in the psychology department, you can work to up to 80 years. That is why lecturers is brain work, not the physical work. There will be people that will be your gate man. There will be people that will pump your tires. There will be people that will plait your hair. There will be, for it cannot be evaded. But it is now your choice. Even if I want to be a vulcanizer tomorrow, I'll be a tech company pumping tires. Are we getting it? Because if your mindset do not change, your physical state cannot change. Next slide. The mindset of mastery. I think I mentioned this. The platform mentality, and that is why I'm moving towards mindset. What is even the mindset? Mind. This is the mind. If I was here, I'm not here at the podium, right? This is the mind. That means my mind is set here. If I'm here, it means my mind is set at the podium. That's just the difference. So all you just need to do is to change your mindset first from a consumer mentality. That's why you see people, oh Lord, my helper. Oh Lord, my helper, find me. Yes, at a point you need helpers. But first you need to have an abundance mentality that I can be a helper to others. I can be an NGO myself. People do it. They don't have two heads, right? Am I really causing hunger in your spirit? The platform mentality, stop trading hours for money, start building assets that scale. I did this all through the years. I traded hours for money, but maybe to an extent is worth it. But coming next year, I will change it to building assets that scale. So let's say you make, maybe you make 10K through the year. That's about 14.5 million. And you really want to scale the next year. You should look at the hours you spent that got you the $10,000. Yes. And if we check it very well, you spent less hours of productive work. The most hours are for Netflix, all right. Hardware and product management tips. You use webinars for R&D and community building. You test markets via Kickstarters. It doesn't feel like I should leave it, but my time is almost up. It's even up. Ensure your interfaces are tax appropriate. And every project should be designed for future maintenance and scale. No matter the type of project you work on, be it a physical project, be it a tech project, make sure it is designed for scalability. Because if it stops there, your work stops there, your referral stops there, your money making stops there. It's just wisdom. Next slide. We should be done very soon. Conclusion and challenge. The theory masters, just like a summary of everything I've been speaking, from personal examples, from live lessons. Master the skill means you partner with AI. Remember I mentioned that, right? You master the sales. So after mastering the skills, you do what? You master the sales. Sales is just conversation about the value that your skills is bringing into the product, the company, the marketplace, the individual, the whatever you do. Then you master the mindset. We call it SSM. So you master what? The mindset. You hone your focus. Everything you put attention to is what you will get. So if you put your mind at, if I can make 10 million this year, I am set. It's fine. You cannot make more than that 10 million. That's just the truth. But if you master your mind to the highest scale possible, you will get there. And then your challenge today, as you are going on, after this whole conference, is to do what? Identify one high value skill that you want to truly master. Don't follow the crowd. If everybody is learning WeWeb, learning these so many things today, take your time. Think through this thing you want to start. Can I finish it? If you have a yes, then you can proceed. Then you find an high value skill to truly master. Then identify one personal distraction to eliminate this week. Could it be WhatsApp? Could it be Twitter? Could it be TikTok? Could it be, I don't know. Could it be gossip? Could it anything? Just find a way to eliminate distraction this week. And I know from there, you will elevate and promote and procreate. And your mindset. Thank you so much.
Please come put the hands together better. You know, every time I get to listen to this wonderful brother, it's always new. I know there's still more there. If we give him till tomorrow, he will continue to talk more. And I will not repeat the same thing because he's a whole well of wisdom. Can we appreciate him once more? You know, while I was sitting down, I was asking myself, and let me ask you this question. Pick between a boring and a boring life, but you are rich and you are fulfilled, and a lively life and you are broke. No now. Let me go around. My sister.
I'll pick a boring life.
A boring life. You will die of depression now. Okay, who has money in this place? Who has money in this place? You are rich. All right. There's something I want you to do for me. You know, my name is Debo Glory Oluwapolomi, and my flight. I don't have money, and it will not be nice for me to be stranded in this your local city. Please, I want to read. Please, this is a tech conference. Please, like how much can take me back to the US? How I want to go? I want to go the way I came. We broom, our reporter. So you choose. I know that place they will choose something different. So you choose boring and have money. See all these ladies now. After when they marry, they say you are too boring. When you have money, you don't have my time. You are not lively. You are not dancing. You are saying you want a boring life, right? But money. Let me come to this side. I have more guys on this side. Please choose between a boring life, yet you have money. Let me finish. Boring life. No, she wants something different.
The true liveliness is not just to go around. It's to be able to wake up and want to do something magnificent, and you are not shaken by it. So that's the true flex.
That means everybody here now, this December we will not be dating. How will it be dating? You said boring now. Okay, I don't know. Do we have tech people in the house? I've been very privileged to be among tech people. I mean, proficient and good tech people, not the tech people. I mean, they can be in their house for 3 days, back to back. Mr. Emmanuel, how boring is your life?
Well, I'm not recommending it for everybody, but I don't watch movies actually. Yeah, it's waste of time for me. So.
What do you do? Where's Mike? Sorry. Okay. Where is Mike? No, so you will know what we are dealing with.
So it's not a rule for everybody.
Wait, so what do you do with your time? You design. What do you do? Oh yeah, what do you do for fun?
Okay, I watch football when there are matches.
Okay, you watch football.
Yes.
Let me
and then I intentionally try to explore. Maybe sometime just try to eat out or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you sleep?
Well.
Someone said, "Oh, guy, your life no dey boring, Joe."
Well, it depends. I feel like sleeping is very important. But for me, maybe in the last couple of years, I hardly sleep up to 5 hours a day.
Over Kuni, 5 hours per day. Anybody that sleeps 5 hours per day, you are competing with the days now. Just die.
So it's usually 3 hours.
3 hours
on a normal day, yes.
Well, it's my desire that the organizers of these programs, they are listening to this. So the next time we are coming together to have this, I will remember somebody, and I'll say, how is your life now? Emmanuel, do you wish to watch movies? Do you want to watch movies? Do you want to watch movies?
Well, maybe I always feel like I know the ending before the start.
Okay,
So I feel like it's a fiction, which is not real. So I prefer to watch documentaries.
You don't have a boring life. Have a boring life. Me like this. When I wake up with my laptop,
Yes, sir.
I eat on my laptop. I sleep on my laptop.
Okay.
It's not boring. Okay. But what? I'm not hungry. I'm eating. That's why depression no be poor man sickness. Poor man no dey depress. Rich man, he get Lamborghini, he dey chop but still dey depressed. Wetin cause I cause I'm depression? 5 fufu don't do me. Active. All right. I was really blessed by that section. Please, let's celebrate our brother once more. He said a lot of things that I like that he said if you want the slide, you should ask around. You have to look at it again and learn. And there's something that the speaker prior said, and what he said was that the habit, like, eliminate some distractions. Eliminate distractions and focus. Most of us do not come from a golden spoon. How did you talk? I know one silver spoon, no. You all silver spoon, no. We're not born with it, but it's in our pockets. But we must present one. We have, I want to really, I think I skipped this from the beginning. We have to give honor to who honor is due to. We want to celebrate the founder and the, should I say the owner now, because God is the owner, but the man that gave access to this auditorium. Please, can we celebrate the person of Prophet Ari Adesimbo for this beautiful place, And can we also celebrate all the pastors in charge? They are online, they are watching, and by any time we can have the prophets come in to just chip in one thing. And I think our brother, our very own good brother, Mr. Silas, just walked in. Please, can we just put hands together for him? Mr. Olumide Silas. Please, we are actually behind time, but I don't know. Do we have any question for Mr. Emmanuel? No, sit down first. Sit down. Do you have any question for Mr. Emmanuel? Please, I will be taking just 3 questions. 3 questions. I have 1, I have 2, and I have 3. 3 questions. Faithful. Sorry, can I know your name? I want to ask as if I don't know anybody in this place today.
My name is Faithful, and the question I have for Mr. Emmanuel and the first speaker, they talked about the importance of building personal brand, and I'm curious, at what point we have to build personal brand? For instance, for someone that is into design, it's easy for them to put themselves out there, but for people that maybe are into coding, is it when you start JavaScript that you put it on social media, I've started JavaScript and blah, 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 or maybe when you are building projects? That's what I'm curious about.
Okay, it's very simple. The day you are coming out of your mother's womb, coming to this set, you have to leave your mother's womb, right? To be visible to the whole world, right? Even though you were not as big as this, right? It means that visibility starts immediately you step on this head. Does that make any sense? So the first day you start learning the skill, visibility starts. So you don't wait till you are a pro. So you talk not just about the things you did that day, but you can teach people what you learned that day. Does that make sense? So there's someone out there that is also beneath, supposedly below your level, that you don't know anywhere in the world. So you keep talking about that thing randomly every single day. Okay, this is what I learned A today, I learned B today. It's coding now. You learn something, right? And it doesn't have to be about aesthetics. And that is why we have different type of content. We have text content, we have image, we have video. So if you can be very good at text content, why not? You keep talking about it. You can do a screen record of your screen, add it to the text content consistently. What you learned that day, the struggles you faced. People love real. If you go to ChatGPT and say, give me content for today, people know it's AI and they will not engage with your content. Be real. What you faced that day. Oh, your laptop gets spoiled. You can post it there. Your helper can see it and say, oh, I'll buy you a new one. Does that make any sense? So visibility starts the day you step your feet into the skill.
Thank you very much, sir. How long have you been into coding? Because I don't know, me like this, I don't know coding, no. So you have someone that is still a novice. Like at your level, there's still someone below your level, like me.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
I am Goodness. I'm a medical doctor and co-founder of PGF Health Bridge. I have a question, and it is coming from what you said regarding pricing. You said that pricing should be about the value of the company and not our economic situation. So I want to ask, how can we really know the value of a company, and what other ways can we go about pricing? You spoke about analyzing the ROI. Can you please come to a layman's level? How can we really analyze the value of a company and price better? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. The same way you get to know about me is questions, right? So it's about asking questions. How do you know? If you cannot find any information online about that business or the company, that's the first thing you will do. You will make your own secondary research, like going deep into finding information about that company online. If you were able to find something tangible, when you get on your first discovery call, don't talk about, oh, I know how to code. Oh, I know HTML, I know CSS. Founders are not, most times are not concerned with all those nonsense. It's my business, it's money that is in this thing, right? So you ask questions that will give you answers to what you're looking for. So if I were to ask question, and oh, okay, I'm Joseph by name. Oh, okay, what is the problem you guys are facing? Oh, we are from the questions you are asking, it will be giving you answers to your questions that you are not asking directly. Does that make any sense? Okay, this solution you want me to do for you, how important is it to your business? Is it really that important? On a scale of percentage, how will it impact your business? Okay, this is my solution. Do you think this is $1 million solution? And they say, $1 million. No, it's maybe like 20K. You've gotten your answer. Did I help? Thank you.
I think we have one more. I want to put our hands together for that. Sorry, can I get an extra mic for that, brother?
Good afternoon, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Emmanuel. So my question is based on your slide. You said value is emotional. So before I say explain that, you also said something about understanding the feeling of ecstasy from getting satisfaction from a good product. But now, my question is, if you say value is emotional, does that involve the sales closing part of the value? Because I have a product that I sell, and every time a customer comes, obviously they need it. But when it gets to discussing the pricing, everybody becomes logical. They leave the emotion of, I want to get the product, they become logical. So now, when you're saying value is emotional, in what way exactly?
Okay. There's an adage in Yoruba that says, right? Let me say it in English. It is the way you carry your market. That is how they will buy it from you. Right? Why do you think Rolls-Royce is not doing advert to you? No, I'm not. It's not an abuse, right? No, I'm just asking a question. Why do you think Rolls Royce is not doing advert on BCOS? Because they know their targeted users are not on BCOS or NTA or whatever.
Or OSRC.
So, and the funny thing is, people feel like iPhone has anything special than Android. Is a lie. It's just marketing. Okay,
Mr.
okay,
Emmanuel,
fine.
Mr. Emmanuel.
I'm going too deep. Okay.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Okay.
Give me your iPhone.
It's just,
Sir.
it's just a tool for me.
It's a 2, and I will give you another 2. Who was another 2?
but because of time, we have like everybody has to go, right? But it is just the way it's the way you package your product. That is the way people will approach your product. So if Mama Puts, there's a place I hit in. I'm trying to advertise her. She's very good. She has all this Akwa Ibom soup and all of that. You know, in Nepal. If she can package it the same way Chicken Money is packaging, I can tell you that it will be a banger, right? The difference is just packaging. So by the time you want to buy a car and Toyota is telling you that, oh, this one is $10,000, and Rolls Royce will tell you this is $500,000. Like, what? Is it made out from heaven? They will not answer your question. If they ask you, why is your product this expensive? I'll be like, do you want the best? Yes. Then that's why I'm here. You want the best. The best is usually expensive. So it is a psychology. If you want to buy a jeans and you get to the Igbo man, although it will be blue lights to confuse you, and they say that, oh, this one is 10,000 naira and this one is 150,000 naira. In your mind, which will you think is the best? So who has the problem?
Come put our hands together for that. Now, so per se, bon me, oh.